Please take our hands and join us in a visit to Western Colorado and E. Dean Moore Care Center. Hands. They create our stories, build our futures, and at times, just about everything seems to be left in them. These are our hands. Many of the people we serve have spent their lives working with their hands, holding up the community. We learn from the hands that are tired from threading a needle during the Depression or digging irrigation ditches that would help feed their families. They are tired from pushing piano keys in pioneer towns, but never from holding great-great-grandchildren. These hard-working people have contributed to the community their entire lives. Now it is our turn to serve them. When these independent and resourceful members of our community encounter healthcare issues, it is our opportunity to reach out to them. It is our turn to hold them up.
Mom has been here on and off, I would say 5 years. And I have never come once, and I'm here a lot, that I have not been really pleased. Makes you feel like you're in your own home. And that just isn't, there aren't many places that are like that, but yet still are so attentive to the residents. Nothing goes unseen or unchecked, but you feel like, you're just going home. And I think that's why people love this place so much.
The responsibility we have with these hands is great and challenging, only because of what our hands are capable of. Hands can diminish the human spirit, they can build walls around relationships, they can pave roads to solitary places. These truths lead us to be in wonder of what our hands have done here. They have built a foundation for a safe community and planted seeds of hope, then tended to them as we watch them grow strong and everlasting.
I think if I walked in here for the first time, I would think to myself, oh my goodness, this is not like anything I've ever seen before or imagined that it would be like. And I would think that probably the philosophy of this care center is not the philosophy of a lot of care centers, because, and especially when you're someone my age, I'm 64, and what I remember when my grandmother had a stroke and had to be in a care facility, it was very much like an institution, almost made you feel like a prison. The philosophy here is to make people feel like they are at home, like they're not locked up away from the whole world and treated like an object instead of a human being. Because the residents here, the staff is really intent on helping them keep their dignity and their idea of home, of allowing them to remember their life as it was, not as it has to be now. I was taken back when I first came here, when I was looking for somewhere for Mom, that it was so homey. In my mind, I know that their philosophy here is to give residents a chance to live out their life like they would if they were at home. I'm amazed. My mom went to our Garfield County Fair parade, and residents here have blue ribbons. They enter things in the fair. They go to the fair. I mean, how many facilities do things like that? I believe it's the only place that I've ever been that I would want to be.
Our hands, their motion and deeds exceed our personal space and reach out to affect individuals, communities, the world, and oftentimes all of humanity.
So the residents are really what make you want to come to work. If you're having a stressful day and you can take a walk through the halls and spend time with a resident, it reminds you that every day you are doing something that made a difference. And sometimes I hear people say, I couldn't do that kind of work, it looks depressing. And instead I find it totally the opposite, that the needs are so great. It's a population that doesn't have a voice of their own. They can't really advocate for themselves. So anything that we can do that improves their quality of life and honor their preferences and learn their choices is just incredibly rewarding.
At the end of the day, we know we have treated what is entrusted into our hands with great care and respect.